I want to put up some of the polling before the invasion to kind of lay down a marker of what the public was thinking about the Ukrainian crisis. And I think, we'll watch how these numbers change. Let's go ahead and put this AP poll up, which again, this is before the invasion. But this just came out yesterday. So tensions were already very high.
Right.
And at that point, you had only 26% saying that the U.S. should have a major role in the conflict. 52% said a minor role. 20% said none at all. You had a little bit of a Republican-Democratic divide where Republicans were less interested in having a major role, but it wasn't that large. I actually thought it might be more. And then the other piece that I wanted to, and some of the quotes here were quite interesting. They interviewed individual respondents to the poll, and some of them were saying basically like, listen, why don't you focus on what's going on in my neighborhood? You've got one who said they want to send millions of dollars of ours to stop a war that we have nothing to do with. I'm sorry they're involved in a mess, but it's not our problem. I just feel like there's a war going on in the United States every day in Chicago, and it is really scary, and I feel like no one helps us. That was the orientation before the invasion. We'll see how it changes. I think it will change significantly. One other thing I wanted to highlight, though, in terms of the numbers here, and part of why we're in a weak position and part of why you had so much skepticism among the American public about what they were being told by the news media is that among Americans, only 23% said they had a great deal of confidence in intelligence agencies. And an equal amount, 24%, said they had hardly any at all. 52% are sort of like, maybe, say they have some confidence. But, I do think, again, we want to be totally clear, this day and what the atrocities that are being committed are 100% the fault of Putin and his administration in Russia. But it is interesting to see the way some of our own foreign policy misadventures have weakened us and helped to create the context for this moment. I mean, even in Putin's speech, he threw WMDs in our face and said, he tried to pretend like, oh, we're worried about the Ukrainians' WMDs. What that really was a wink and a nod to, hey, you all invaded Iraq on some BS pretenses and made up this whole fiction about WMDs. So, hey, why can't we do the same?
You're not wrong. I mean, that's part of the problem, right? Which is that our own foreign military adventurism of Iraq and in Afghanistan was a colossal disaster, egg on our face, diminished our global power.
The question is, why would you want to repeat the shit that we did?
Well,
right?
I don't really get it.
This didn't go well for us, guys.
Listen.
FYI, being a sort of crusader country in the world has not worked out well for us. Trying to, remake other states in our image. So. If that's Putin's goal here, good luck with that. I don't think that's going to go very well for you either.
That's a good point, because this is the bigger issue here at hand. I've said it so many times now, I know I'm repeating myself, but you are underestimating what it means to start a massive war like this. And you may have, quote, military success in the short term, but you just wait and see about what's coming in terms of also the Ukrainian military, but really the change in the global posture. Do not underestimate the power of the Allied West. They ruled the world for a long time for a reason, and he, like I said, truly has awoken a sleeping giant, in my opinion.
Hey guys, thanks so much for watching.
That's right. Just as a reminder, you can become a premium subscriber today. Watch the full show completely uncut, our reactions to each other's monologues. You get to listen to it, you get to ask us questions, all that good stuff. Link is right there in the description or at breakingpoints.com.
Best of all, great way to say screw you to the mainstream media.